the inside. Like, you got hard workers, you got guys that have done this for years, so for a few years. Like, you got experience, so we gonna push you and make you work hard, so you can balance with us.
You, Coop, others on the interior kind of well known, but is there a young guy that you see emerging?
I probably said Josh Farmer, Daniel Line. Them guys are really coming along.
What is it about Josh?
Josh is big, but like Josh is working. He's getting it done. He's doing everything he needs to. It's just he's a young guy. It's just he needs more experience in the game. That's how I feel. But he's gonna play a lot this year.
Can you reflect a little bit, maybe to 3 years ago, where this program has been building, climbing? To use coach's term, is it culture? Is there confidence? Is there leadership? Where do you guys think you're better now going to the fall?
I'd probably say confidence, culture, really all across the board, because we work so hard. We're working harder now. It steps up to it. It's a process. It's not just gonna happen overnight. It's just we're doing everything we need to now. The details, the focus, everything.
Is part of that just strength and conditioning, the off-season time together? I mean, where do you
strength and conditioning, off time together. Doing things on the field. Like just this past, I think, week ago, the coaches weren't there because, they had a break the time period. So we took over as a team, like just the players, and we did what we needed to do. It wasn't a drop-off, it wasn't a mishap, it wasn't a step undone.
Obviously, you have a game before LSU, but do you find yourself thinking about LSU at times?
Nah, it's one game at a time. I'm focusing on the first one.
Is that a tough thing to make sure all your teammates are doing? You're obviously an experienced guy, and you get it. But
it is tough, but at the end of the day, you can't think about LSU without playing Duquesne first. So, like, what you so worked up about LSU for?
Do you like that you have, for lack of a better term, a tune-up game in week 0, an opponent that helps you prepare for an SEC?
Honestly, it really don't matter to me. Either way, I'm gonna go out there and do what I need to do.
Fabien, I'm curious with the NIL stuff. There's going to be certain positions that probably get more NIL love, starters versus backups are going to get more NIL love. Is there a potential for like rifts in the locker room because some guys are getting more than other guys, or you don't think that's a problem?
No, I don't think it's a problem because everybody understands their position. You are a starter. You're going to get more than the guy that's not playing or the guy that's second string or third string. At the end of the day, as long as you play your part, that's all that matters. You're getting NIL for the role you're playing. It's not like you're just getting NIL just cause. Like it's a part you play just to be able to get it.
Do you guys talk about it? Jordan was saying, anything that kind of comes his way, he tries to tell other guys about. If there's, an app or something you can make some money.
Yeah.
Do you guys talk a lot about that stuff?
Yeah, we do, because I feel like it brings us closer. Because he's like, oh dang, he thought about me. He thought that I would need help or I like to do this. Like it's a process. It's all about the thought, really.
Awesome. Thanks, man.
What do you see as being the biggest defensive challenge for your team this season?
I wouldn't necessarily say a challenge, but just probably being more consistent as a group. That'll probably be our biggest thing, because a lot of games we're inconsistent, and that causes us to lose some games.
I'm not trying to get too private with you, but NIL's been a lot for you as far as helping support the kid, right? Mm-hmm. Just obviously that opportunity that exists a couple of years ago, now it does. What does it mean? Because I think a lot of people get confused that NIL just means those guys are making money, but for you, it means a lot more than just that.
Yeah, it does, because I get to send money home to my son and take care of him. So that's my whole thing with NIL. NIL isn't even really about me anymore. It's about being able to get money or be able to do things to put a good image or send money home to my son, so make sure he's good, he's fed, and has clothes on his back. He's doing good. He's getting big, real big. He's like 2 feet tall already, and he ain't even walking all the way.
Is he 18 months? Or how
one. He's one. So probably 17 months.
Does that make you, you seem pretty mature already, but does that expedite the growth of a young man when you bring another life into this world, and how's that kind of affected you?
Yes, sir, it does, because it makes me slow down and think about everything more. I can't just rush to go do this, rush to go do that, because I got to process. I got to make it home back to him. It's all about him now. It's not about me anymore. It's strictly him. So I got to make the best decision that'll benefit him in any form or fashion.
What has your relationship with Odell meant to you in your time at FSU?
Odell, that's my dog, man. He's helped me become the man that I am today. The person I was when I first got here is not the person that I am now. He's helped me grow. Coach Norvell has helped me grow. Just being able to talk to them and get a better understanding and get advice on things that I've never done and never seen before. But as far as, Odell, that's my man. that's my go-to.
How cool is it just to be picked to do this? I mean, there's 85 of you guys on scholarship, only 3 of you are invited. I mean, what does it mean to you? What do you think you've demonstrated to earn it?
Honestly, in my opinion, I've worked hard. I've done everything I need to. I respect everybody. I make sure everybody respects everybody else. I take care of my teammates when they need help. I'm always reaching out. Like, I'm just doing what I need to do. Like, but as far as that, yeah, I'm just doing everything I need to do, taking care of everything, leading. For instance, like when older guys that were leaders before, when I got here, when they left, we didn't really just like have a leader to attach to. So it kind of became my role, and I stepped up and became a leader of the team and did what I need to.
Being an older guy, like, do you have a better appreciation of what you have to do to your body to get where you want to go and to hold up through a 12-week season? I mean, I think you've put on like at least 7-8 pounds, I feel like, since spring.
Yeah,
how much
I have,
better do you
but
like your body?
I'll probably have to say a lot, but as far as weight, I put on a couple pounds, but it's mostly muscle, not fat. I stay in the training room. I'm there every morning before workouts. I leave, I get done with workouts, I'm in the training room, so I'm real big on maintenance.
FSU's leaned on the transfer portal a lot. Like, goes down there, and obviously you're a guy that process was part of your journey. Why do you think it's successful at FSU? Why do you think the roster has become what it's become through the transfer portal?
Because you have opportunities to go get guys that you think will fit your team or that'll benefit the team in any form. The transfer portal has changed a lot of things, but it helps some teams and it hurts some teams. But as far as us, it's been helping us a lot.
When you went through, what was their questions to you? What did they ask you before they said, yes, we definitely want you to be here, so on and so forth? Did they ask you anything that you recall?
Honestly, I can't remember. It was so long ago.
That's good. Thanks, man.
All right, thanks.
Glad you came.
Yes, sir.
What's your personal opinion on the new 3-5-5 model for the league? How we play? You play 3 permanent opponents, and then you rotate for 5 and 5. Do you think
Okay. Oh, yeah, I like that. I like the idea because it gives you an opportunity to play other teams that you've never played before. It gives other teams exposure to be able to go play the big teams and beat them or not beat them. It just shows the different levels of the skills.
I've heard you guys say a lot that you need to go back to being the great Florida State. What does that mean for you as a team, and what expectations are you trying to reach?
I feel like it means that because when Florida State is winning, everything is going good. Like everything is smooth, like everything is going great. But probably like expectation-wise, just one game at a time, win as many as we can.
Thank you.
How you doing?
Good. How about you?
What can you say about the growth about Josh Farmer and Malcolm Ray? How much confidence you and Coop have getting off the field, knowing they're going to be able to run?
They've grown tremendously. Josh Farmer, he's just young. He's learning right now. Odell is still hard on him. He's still going through the process of being molded into the man he can be. But as far as Malcolm, he's taking huge steps. He played a lot last year. He's going to be a great help this year. We need Malcolm.
Any of those true freshmen impress you? Daniel Lyons?
Yeah, Daniel Lyons, Bishop, they're great athletes. They're smart kids. They're just young. They're trying to learn everything just like I was when I was a freshman.
You hear buy-in a lot. I buy in, we're locked in. Can you talk about things that you're seeing with your own eyes that make you feel that people are buying in?
I wouldn't necessarily say buy-in because anybody can be bought out. You feel me? Like, it's not necessarily buying in. It's basically like being, I won't say committed either, but committed to the grind. It's a process. It's just being able to lock in and know what you need to do. I feel like as a team, we're knowing what we need to do, so it's a must that we do it. We know how it look. We know what it look like.
Commissioner mentioned out there briefly talking about the NIL, wanting to get Washington involved, congressmen and women involved on how much you can make, regulate how much you can bring home. Are you a proponent of somebody else pocket watching how much you can bring home? How much if you have one player getting $100,000, a 6-7 figure deal versus somebody else getting maybe $100 a week?
At the end of the day, you're getting that deal based off your performance. At the end of the day, if you're not performing to that $100,000 deal, then you shouldn't get that $100,000. It shouldn't matter what type of money anybody's getting. At the end of the day, we're earning our money. It's not like we're just getting it for free. Like we're going out making money for the stadium, for the city. Like because people come to the games, the city makes money off that, the state makes money off that. So I feel like in any form of fashion, they shouldn't pocket watch us. At the end of the day, it's the money we're earning.
Is that going to affect the locker room if certain guys are making a whole lot of money and other guys are not? How do you see that, taking place this year?
I don't think it's going to affect anybody because at the end of the day, we all know that's the money we're earning. If I'm not a starter and I'm not a guy that's not doing what I need to do, then I shouldn't be complaining about anything anybody else is getting. At the end of the day, you should focus on yourself and do what you need to do so you can be able to get those $100,000 contracts or go get those big contracts that you want.
How does your role change? Clear leader now of this defense, taking on that responsibility. What's it like for you?
It's regular. I've been doing it. Even last year, I was the head of the defense. Everybody respected me. I do everything I need to. It's just keeping that same consistency and being able to lead by example instead of just talking all the time. Because people won't respect you if you're just talking. You got to lead by example. You got to show people you can do it.
How hard was last year? 0-4. You lost some games that were close, but clearly the team did come along and improved as the season went along. What was that like, and what's it like now as you get ready for this year?
It was a tough process. I'm not even gonna lie to you. It was hard coming from 0-4 and then actually starting to win games. It was a process. We had to stay down and trust the process because at the end of the day, everything happens for a reason. We were 0-4 for a reason. Everything was teaching us a lesson about what we needed to do and the little things that we needed to lock in on and focus more on.
The offensive line has been an issue in Tallahassee for 6, 7, 8 years. The feeling is that this may be the best group assembled in quite some time. You go up against them. What's it been like?
Honestly, I feel like it's gonna be a great one this year. Like it's a big jump. It's a tremendous jump compared to last year and the year before. But as far as just them boys are doing what they need to, gaining weight, eating right, working hard. So it's just a process. I believe in my trust in them. They getting better. They're slowing me down.
Yeah. What does Randy Shannon bring to your defense?
He brings a lot of confidence, a lot of straightness, cutthroat. I'm not gonna let you go out here and act any kind of way or do anything your way. At the end of the day, he's gonna tell you, and you need to do what you need to do. Simple as that.
Last one for you, Jordan Travis. I mean, last year he was here. Mackenzie Milton was here. What's it like to know that your true leader, your quarterback, clearly is the guy, and you don't have to, changing snaps and going through that rotation, that he's the clear cut leader of the offense?
Can you say that again?
I say just everything that's changed from a year ago when he was here, Mackenzie Milton was here, and you had the rotation, and that has now clearly changed where he's the starter. What's that like now for this offense with him under there?
I feel like it gives them a source of comfort because you have one guy just locked in now. It's not a rotation of, guys. But as far as that, you can probably ask Jay Trav on that question.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
So, Fabien, Portland for three-point conversion. I know it back in there, man. You said dogs, no dogs. You're a defensive tackle, man. It get nasty in the trenches. We know that. Do you take anything from any pro players, such as Aaron Donald, or I know you played at Mississippi State prior to this? Like, do you take anything from those guys that have come from there and that long line of defensive linemen that have come from both schools?
Oh yeah, I take everything from any defensive lineman. Like I'll be tuned in. If I feel like I can use it, I'm gonna take it. Just like Jeffrey Simmons, that's who I try to model my game after. Because like that aggression, like how violent he plays, that's what I like. Like I like to play violent and aggressive because like that puts fears in guys. Like I line up against somebody and I see your hand shaking, I'm about to have a good time with you.
So you mentioned it's funny. I'm from Nashville, so I'm a Titans fan. Right. Big difference, perennial, guy who's probably gonna be an All-Pro for the rest of his career. You guys play very similarly. In the middle of a defense, just being, like I said, being that anchor. But also, you can get after the quarterback, man. Like, he can get after the quarterback. Have you talked to him at all? Have you, been in contact with him?
Last month, I went down to the Von Miller pass rush summit. He was down there. So we talked a lot about a lot of stuff, and I got some tips from him about, like, just the game in general.
Is it anybody, man, that you, I know looking for, you currently are focused on the college season, but, man, everybody has a dream of being a pro. Is it anybody that you say, like, man, I would love to play next to this particular guy at the next level?
Ooh, that's a tough one. Because there's so many good defensive linemen right now. But honestly, whoever, it don't matter at the end of the day.
You that dog, who want to play next to you, huh?
I ain't gonna say that, but yeah, I am that dog though. But it don't matter. I'm playing against somebody who already done it. I'm gonna take everything I need to and learn everything I need to from him. So it's just a blessing to be in that position.
I appreciate it, boss. And if I can get one thing from you, boss, if you just say, man, this is Fabien Lovett from Florida State University.
This is Fabien Lovett from Florida State, defensive tackle with 3-point conversion rating.
Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. No problem. Thank you.
Good luck on the season, boss.
Yes, sir. Thank you. So.
Charles Mays, Tomahawk Nation. I'm just going to ask you a couple questions, not too deep or nothing totally in depth, but just like basically some simple stuff from Florida State. Charles Mays, Tomahawk Nation here with Fabien Lovett. Fabien, tell me just a little bit about the culture in Tallahassee, Florida State, Coach Norvell, how he inspires you and get you guys to work, and get the most out of it.
I feel like our culture down there right now is work, being committed to the grind. Because at the end of the day, work is going to put you in the best position to win, or be in the best position to do what you need to do. It might not make sure you win. It might not be the cause of you winning all the time, but hard work is going to always pay off.
So tell me a little bit about inside practice. How do you guys get down to it? What's some of the things that get you guys going? Is it a fun environment? Things of that nature?
I wouldn't necessarily say anything. Well, we got like this thing where we clap. Everybody start clapping, and we eyes up, keep climbing at the end. But that probably gets us hype before practice. But as far as practice, we just working, man. That's all it's about, working to have fun. And that's the whole thing about it. Once you start having fun, then that's when the game becomes easier. It's more fun to go out there and make plays and do things you need to do.
I know football is a team sport, and the correct thing would be, we just want to win. But tell me something about your personal goals that you have for this season.
Honestly, my personal goal is probably to get more sacks and just keep running up my TFLs and being a dominant player. That's my whole thing, just to be the best I can be.
Sir, thank you for your time.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
If you could be a boat, what kind of boat would you be?
Oh, man. Good, how about you?
Coach Norvell went in the spring. He was talking about how much competition there was going to be because you guys have more guys and more experience. How did did it feel different, like out there in the spring, just the practices, and then how's the summer been in terms of just the competition across the board?
I wouldn't necessarily say it feel different. It's just it's a lot more guys out there, so it forces everybody to work hard. Because if you want to play, you're going to try to outdo the man beside you. But at the end of the day, we're not competing with each other. We're competing to make each other better. That's the whole aspect, the whole goal of it.
Did you and Coop talk about your decision together to come back, or was it totally separate?
We talked about it, but it was kind of like together because we could have left, but it was just like, why when we could come back and be a part of a change?
Does NIL help with guys who are debating whether to come back for one more year? Because it used to be you couldn't make any money at all, but now you can make some money at least. Does that help in that decision?
I feel like NIL doesn't play a big part because you can leave and go make millions or go make X amount of money. Because NIL, at the end of the day, that's just for right now. That's not a constant paycheck you're going to get for the rest of your life. Like, that's how I feel about it.
What did you think about Jamie's suit?
Oh, yeah, like, it's cool.
Had you seen it before?
Yeah, I haven't. That was my first time.
He said he doesn't normally dress up like that.
Yeah, we don't. We don't.
And this going into this, getting ready for the season. I know Duquesne's number one. That's the first game, but LSU's out there.
Right.
Early in the season. Is it hard to not focus on them already, or how do you balance that?
Oh no, I ain't tripping. I'm focused straight on Duquesne. The first game, I'm watching film on Duquesne. I'm I focus when it's for LSU when it's time to get to LSU. At the end of the day, I'm thinking about it, but my first goal is Duquesne, winning that first game.
You hear a lot of people talking about that game, though?
Yeah, it's LSU. Like, we not playing Duquesne first. Like.
And what is the season? It seems like, because of everything FSU's gone through since before you got here, there haven't been a lot of expectations the last few years, but now it seems like they're starting to get some expectations. Are you excited about kind of showing people?
Yes, I am, because we work so hard. We work hard. We work hard. So it's like we have a lot of expectations for ourselves. So we're ready to show the world.
I was looking at they updated the roster. It looked like you put on a little bit more weight.
Yeah, muscle mass. I ain't just put on no fat. It's muscle. We did our body scans the other day. It's muscle. I put on about 7 pounds of muscle. But I'm keeping it good though.
What's the key to that? Because you're already a big dude. What's the key to
just eating right and working hard and lifting the weights how you need to.
Have you changed the way you eat at all since maybe earlier in your college career?
Yes, earlier in my college career, I didn't eat as much. You feel me? Like, I ain't gonna say I didn't eat as much, but I didn't eat proportionally. I didn't eat breakfast, so when it's time for lunch, I'm eating this big old plate of food, and it's lasting me all day, so I don't eat dinner. But now I'm gonna eat small breakfast, small lunch, snack throughout the day, just plan it out so it'll be more efficient.
Could you tell the difference in your body before you did the mass test?
Yes.
Could you already look in the mirror?
Yeah, I could. I saw the bulkiness and my traps popping out more. But yeah, that's about it.
What do you think that'll do for you on the field?
It'll help because I've gotten stronger. Really, keep my weight. And it ain't easy to move me anyway. It's just gonna make it harder to move me. So.
You talked about on the stage. You talked about sometimes sensing the offensive lineman's getting worn out, or can you actually see that or feel?
I can see it because I pay attention to. I don't want to just give out all my sauce, but but they probably already know. But it's easy to read offensive linemen or read how they're standing or how they're sitting in their stance, how they even come to the line. If you come up to the line different than you came up to the line when you first came out here, I see it like. You tired, and I'm going to take advantage of it.
What do you feel like? I know you and Coop want to be on the field because you feel like you earned that right. But what do you think about the rotation this year? And how do you think
it balances itself out. It's not just me and Coop on the field. I can go out there with Jared Jackson. I can go out there with Josh Farmer. I can go out there with Malcolm Ray. It's not just me and Coop being the only ones on the field. Everybody, it balances itself out across the board.
How's your baby doing?
He's doing good. He's getting big, real big.
Really?
Yes, sir.
About how big now?
Real big. He's like 30 pounds. He's probably like 1.5 feet.
Oh, really?
Almost 2 feet. He ain't even walking yet.
How old is he?
What?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, like 17, 18 months.
How big of a factor is he and in your family, and why you came back and then trying to make the league and then have these bigs last season?
Honestly, to get that degree, so I can be the first one to get it. I'll be the first one in my family to get a degree. So it means a lot. So that plays a big part, and I want to set the example for him. So when he gets older, he knows it's time to go to school and do something good or do something great in any form.
To have the season that you might be able to have, what would it mean to you to be able to provide for him at the next level?
Crazy. That's the whole goal, though, just to be able to take care of my little man. That's my biggest thing right now, taking care of my little man.
I asked Jordan this as well, but if there's a piece of advice you could give yourself 3 years ago when you started out college football 4 years ago, what would that be? Now, what you know now?
Eat right, take care of your body. Eat right and stay in the training room no matter what, even if you're not hurt.
What have you seen from Jordan in the way that he's progressed, not just as a leader, but on the football field too?
He gets better every day. You got to think he's getting chased around by guys like me, Jamie, Jermaine, Kiera. Like even when they was here, he's progressing tremendously. He got a lot of more weapons. He got a lot more targets to hit. But as far as him, he's doing everything he needs to.
I asked Jamie this. You guys had a lot of close losses last year. A lot of games that went into the fourth quarter. But what's the key now to being able to win close instead of losing close?
Don't let it get close. Keep that space from the first half. Keep it going the third and fourth quarter. Don't let it die down in the middle of the game. Don't let that halftime break die down or keep us cold.
How has being a father changed you, like your thoughts during the day and just as a person?
It it changed everything tremendously because I have a kid. Like, it's not even about me no more. It's strictly about him. Like, everything is for him. Everything is for my son now.
Obviously, you've got NIL deals now. Without those, would you have maybe gone to the NFL and tested the waters?
Probably, because money is tight. Money's tight. I'm not even gonna lie. Money's tight. But, and then everything going up, so it's getting tighter. But I probably would have. Because I could have, but it's just, I need my degree. I want my degree. So I can hand that paper to my mom.
Talk about, see some of these big recruits get $1 million deals. It's less talk about on the other end with the guys that start proving themselves. Get a little extra to stay for that senior year.
Yeah.
What's your favorite Odell story?
Probably we was doing sprints, it was team run, and one of my teammates was cramping. And he was like, I can't run, coach, I'm cramping. He was like, uncramp, go, like, go uncramp, get him off the ground, get up, go run. Yeah.
Do you fish?
Nah, but I want to get into it. I want to get into more outdoors and doing more outdoors things, because back at home in Mississippi, we did, but down here I don't really just know too much, know too many people down in Florida.
You got a Delta, there you go.
Yeah, I know, but he be busy and he live all the way out there, and I ain't trying to drive all the way out there.
What's your degree going to be in?
Social science.
And so nobody in your close family or anybody in your extended family?
Nobody in my close family. As far as like my mom, dad, brother, sister, or like auntie, uncle, nobody.
Is it something your parents talk about a lot? Your mom talks about a lot?
Nah, not really. It wasn't. Honestly, I didn't know I could go to college until I got my first offer, my senior year of high school. So it was just like, it's something we never thought about, but I got the opportunity, so I'm taking advantage of it, and I'm leading away from my younger brother.
I was going to ask you about some of the transfers that came in, like Trey Benson. Like how were you familiar with him at all since he was from Mississippi?
Not really, but when he got here, we clicked instantly because of like the relationship and how we just are from Mississippi. Like we clicked instantly. But he's a great player. He's a dog. Y'all gonna have a great show to watch him this year.
Did he? If you guys didn't know much about him, does it take long in practice to figure out, okay, this guy can play, or is it?
Nah, it don't. It's quick. It's quick because you can see if somebody can play or not on the first day of practice.
Who's the?
Let me ask you this: do you and fellow teammates that I guess also have a leadership role on the team, do y'all have to help coaches keep the players engaged to not enter the transfer portal? And if so, how do y'all help them not enter that?
Honestly, transfer portal isn't a topic. We're not thinking about that. We're thinking about we are here together. We're going to do this no matter what. Hard or soft, hard, how hard it gets, how tough it gets. At the end of the day, we're here to win and do everything we need to stay together.
Have you ever convinced a fellow player to stay on the team when they were dead set on transferring, or how was that like, if you've ever had to do that before?
Yeah, I've done it before, but sometimes it's just no helping. It's no helping because at the end of the day, you're going to do what you want to do. You're a grown man. You can go transfer if you want to. Nobody's going to stop you. But if I want you to stay, well, if you want to stay, you're going to stay. Like, but at the end of the day, if you don't want to, you leave. We're not finna beg you to stay somewhere you don't want to stay.
Fabien, since you arrived, how much have you seen the game of college football change? Not the X's and O's, but the locker room, the NIL, the transfer in just a couple of years. It's almost like it's been a 180-degree turn. And how much has that impacted on your decision making?
Honestly, it really hasn't because I don't just too much think about the transfer portal or NIL. I'm just focused on getting better and doing everything I need to here at Florida State and doing what we need to do so we can make our team better.
Just came from SEC. You got any good league stories?
Nah, I don't. Okay. I ain't really just getting any time around it for real.
Got it. Yeah. Cool, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
ACC Social, do you want to do a little video just introduce
Yeah,
yourself, who you are, and what you're looking forward to for the season?
You said what?
Just whatever you want to talk about. Say something to the fans or what you're looking forward to for the season or whatever you want to do.
Okay. Hey, my name is Fabien Lovett, and I'm looking to a great season this year, great opportunities to let the fans see all the work we've done is actually going to pay off. And shoot, go Noles.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
If Jamie gets a pick against LSU, will you wear that suit the next week?
I try to.
Like when he busted that out, what did you think?
I didn't trip about it. At the end of the day, he had the nice shoes to go with it. He had the
good.
tie to
No,
go with
I
it.
love it. I love it. Like
it's different.
You have to have confidence. You're not a bow tie guy, just straight neck.
I was, but it didn't fit the tie that I was gonna wear today, so I just stuck with the regular tie.
So are you from Vicksburg or are you from Olive?
I'm from Vicksburg. I was born and raised in Vicksburg until I was 13, and then I moved up to Olive Branch to go live with my dad. And that's how, well, I was 8th grade middle school when I went to go move with my dad, and it took off from there.
Have you been a Gator or a Viking? Have you been Vicksburg High or have you gone?
Yeah, I was a Gator. No, Viking. No, never.
What's it called, the Red Carpet Classic? Is that what?
Yeah, it is the Red Carpet Bowl. That's the biggest. That's the biggest. Yeah. That's the biggest game in the city.
I lived in Jackson for like 4 years. What is it like when you played Pop Warner and Pee Wee with all those kids growing up, and you probably had like plans to like playing with them. Then you go to Olive Branch. How difficult was that? I mean, you went to move up with your dad, but 13 years old, you're like friends. Was that tough?
Honestly, it wasn't because I was shy. I didn't really just have too many friends, so I really didn't just talk to many people. Like now, I'm just like since coming to Florida State, I've just now come out of my shy phase and out of my not talking or being outspoken. Like it wasn't hard. Because it was a new area. It was just a new experience.
I mean, Olive Branch is like Manhattan compared to Vicksburg. I mean, you're right outside of Memphis.
Yeah.
Is it overwhelming at all? Or?
No, not really, because when I got there, I made new friends. I got to bond and build relationships with new people, so it was pretty good.
Was it? I mean, I know you went to state, but like, was Ole Miss ever in the picture for you? Like how?
Nobody noticed, but before I signed with Mississippi State, I had silent committed to Ole Miss.
How does that work? How does a silent commitment?
Basically, like you commit, you tell the coaches, but you just don't tell nobody else. Like that's all. You just tell the coaches, but you don't tell nobody else.
So did you tell Coach Luke, or did you tell was it some of the defensive staff that you told?
Nah, it was. I told Coach Roach. When Roach was there, and this was when Freeze was there.
Okay, Freeze was still there.
Yeah, Freeze was still there. So it was me and Jayla Reed. We had both solid committed at the same time, and so that's when all the little situations happened, and then that's how I ended up Mississippi State.
I know you went to state, so I can't talk about Ole Miss, but like, did you ever get to go to the Grove?
Yeah.
Grove is legit, right?
Yes, it's huge. It's fun. It's nice out there. It's real nice. Yeah.
For baseball.
Yeah.
Fabien, I got a question, because I was asking Jamie the same thing. There are guys who like football, right? But you guys are trying to find more guys on the team that love football.
Yeah.
What's the difference between like people who like football and people who love football?
Because I feel like if you like football, you're just doing it for fun. Like, I ain't gonna say for fun, but I don't know. Yeah, because it looks good. Like that's the problem with a lot of kids. They doing it because they like to look cool, they like to get attention, like to get followed. But if you don't love it, like I sit at home when I'm not doing nothing and watch my film on TV. Like watch my film, I play my film at home, sitting there watching. Like that's love for the sport. Like I love watching football. Like that's what I live for. Like I ain't gonna say that's what I live for, but that's the big goal. Like that's why I'm here, football. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for football.
Yeah, I mean I work with the basketball program in Florida State, so some of the ladies would be taking photos after 20-point losses, and I'm
exactly.
That's not today.
You like the sport, you don't love it.
Right.
Because after we lose, I'm not taking no picture. The only picture I posted after we lost was the Notre Dame game. That was just because that was the first game.
That was the first game.
Yeah, like I gotta post a picture after the first game. That was the only time. But besides that, nah, I'm not posting a picture after we lose.
And how important is it to like Jamie says, I got that dog in me. You got that dog in you.
Yeah.
We watch it. We see it.
Yeah.
How important is it to have 11 guys on the field all having that dog in them? Because that seems like it separates decent teams from good teams, and then good teams from great teams when they're 2 and 3 deep coming in their own dogs.
Exactly. it's a big step. It's a great thing to have because at the end of the day, you can't beat that. You can't beat nobody that's gonna be at you consistently. If you running from a pit bull, that pit bull gonna chase you all around the city. It's gonna chase you everywhere. We gonna chase you everywhere. We gonna come get you. But yeah, that's the mindset for it.
What do you want to see from that offense? Because I know there's a lot of times defense holding their own, and sometimes offense will do great, but they're very confident. They're starting to step it up.
Yeah, they're going to step it up. They're doing everything they need to. I see it. But it's just a process. It takes time. They're going to get better. It takes time. We got to put all the pieces together. Now we finally got the pieces together. Now it's time to put the puzzle together. So they putting the puzzle together. All the pieces going to be connected.
What are you expecting now? Because it's been like 3 years they've been saying foundation. We got to build the foundation. But 3 years foundation probably
But you got to think.
What do you got to do now?
Everything's together now. We just got to put the pieces together. Last year we didn't have the offensive line. I don't want to say that because I don't want to talk bad about them. I love them guys, and they work their ass off. They work their butt off and do everything they need to. But it's just we're putting all the pieces together now. That's all I can say. We're putting the pieces together. We're doing everything we need to.
When you one-on-one against an O-lineman, I mean, what's your mentality? Is it just humiliation with the O-lineman?
Nah, just to get them better. Because you're not finna face no guy like me, like Robert Cooper, every week. You're not finna go out there and play guys like us. So it's like we gonna work hard to make you better. So you work hard to get us better. It's just a
opposing offensive lineman on your team. What's the mindset against opposing offensive linemen?
I don't care about you. I don't care about you at all. At the end of the day, I'm trying to get to the ball. I'm trying to get you out my way. I'm trying to make you fear me. I'm trying to be dominant. I'm trying to show you that you can't stop. I'm trying to show you. So when you come from the sideline, like, dang, I got to try to block him again. That's what I want you to do when you come from the sideline. You're not going to come from the sideline. Oh, yeah, I get the line up to get 0. You're not doing that.
I mean, it seems like the trend in football these days, especially defensively, is takeaways.
Yeah.
Trying to cause havoc plays and create takeaways. How important is that going to be for your defense this year to be able to flip the field with takeaways and kind of put the offense in good spots?
We're going to get them. We're going to get them. Trust me. Trust me, we're going to get them. I got a new trick. I'm going to show y'all. We're going to get them. It's a big help, though. Because it changes the field. It gives our offense more opportunities to score. It put them in better positions to score. That's what it's all about. Us getting the ball back so our offense can score. Or we can score ourselves.
Yeah. And Jordan over there, and I've asked you a couple questions about him, but you're a natural born leader. It comes to you very naturally. He's talked about, I'm shy. I'm trying to become a little bit more vocal. How have you talked to him about leadership skills, and how have you kind of seen him grow, though, as a leader from the first day he was a starting quarterback to now?
No, not really. He's really quiet, but like he's coming. It's coming through. Because I was the same way before I got here. The Fabien that's now is not the Fabien that was here when I first got to Florida State. I was shy, didn't talk. I've been doing it, but it's a process. It just takes time. It's the confidence, like Coach Norvell said earlier. You put in the hard work. It builds your confidence to go be able to do everything you need to. It builds your confidence to be able to talk to guys and say what you need to. I told you.
Appreciate you, my man.
For sure, thank you.
We got a couple more for Fabien over here. She's so good.
How's it going?
Good.
So you play in the SEC and the ACC now. You play in the SEC and the ACC now. Tell me something that might surprise people that's maybe positive for the ACC compared to the SEC.
I'd probably say the offensive linemen are faster here. Because in the SEC, you got a lot of ground and pound, big guys, hard to get around. But the guys here, I wouldn't say they're small, but they just move quicker. Because they do the zone, the sweeps, and all that crazy stuff like that.
Gotcha. And you played with Keaton Thompson, correct? Mm-hmm. Tell me something about him and how you've seen him develop at UVA into a football player.
I really don't know. I ain't gonna lie to you like I do, but I don't know.
Thanks.
What the draft process was like? Was it agonizing to kind of go through that and make that decision ultimately?
No, honestly, because I know what the end goal is. I'm gonna get there eventually. I just need more time to do what I need to do in college.
What motivates you? I know everyone says you're that term, the cliche, built different, but you really feel like that aligns for you. What's driving your performance?
My son, honestly, and the love for the game of football. I love the game of football. I've been playing since I was a kid, and it's just the game of football. I love being able to hit somebody and take my anger out. Thank you.
I gotta take him next door, so okay. How do you expect to dominate the ACC compared to the SEC?
honestly, it's no different. Just keep doing what I've been doing. Just keep working hard, keep playing aggressive, and being dominant.
What types of expectations does Coach have for you this year?
Just to get better and be the best leader I can and bring the team along so they can play just like me.
And then you also mentioned money before. Are you going to be getting more sponsors this year?
Yes, that's why I'm not really just tripping about NIL deals right now, because I know when the season starts, I'm going to get all the sponsors that I need.
Right. Okay. Thank you very much, sir.
All right, thank you.